the Great White City, known for its white walls, but in the book, the outer wall, or city wall, or sometimes called the Othram, was completely black or very dark grey. Do you know why this was the case, Jonathan?
Which was dark grey or black?
So,
the city wall.
It's not actually depicted in Peter Jackson's one in his films, but the whole city was white. It was beautiful. It was like really bright, shining, like almost like marble. But then you've got the very bottom, the ground level city wall. So like the outermost wall, which is where like they would be defending against like the siege attack. That was actually black or extremely dark grey anyways. So I'm just curious, do you know why that would be the case?
Oh, well, just, the dynamic look of it. It would probably look beautiful if it's very deep black. I don't know. Maybe because there was loads of blood spilt on it and they were like, well, if it's black, we won't see all that blood. We don't want to get all muddy. Well, mud and dirt from the ground. Maybe like, all the passing traffic at the bottom, like all the cars would be like splattered in mud up on top of the walls. They were like, we need to paint these walls black because, we can't be having this.
So you think kind of like the same way car designers or people would go for black cars just so they wouldn't get very dirty or noticeable. That's why they had the outer city dark.
Maybe. I don't know. Or as I would say, just the juxtaposition of having like the real like striking dark wall and then against the bright marbly one. I don't know. I have no idea. I mean, I'm sure there's probably an actual reason.
I'll give you a hint. So can you think of another Gondorian structure that is completely dark in the Lord of the Rings?
Isengard.
Yes. So Orthanc. Basically.
The Tower of Orthanc, yes.
Yes.
Is it just because of the material that they had at that time, at that period?
Exactly, yeah. So it wasn't down to paint or anything. It was the outer city wall was built by the Númenóreans, who used the exact same stone, skills, and techniques to build Orthanc. So if the film was trying to be extremely accurate, maybe the outer wall would have looked something more similar to the wall of the Tower of Orthanc. The wall is famously impenetrable, and the orcs don't even bother trying to break down the wall as they know nothing could destroy it. So they put all their focus on the Achilles heel, which is the gate, and that's what they eventually get Grand up to smash down. But yeah, basically that wall is impenetrable because of the stone and rock that was used.
So that was you said it was built by the Númenóreans, but it was just built by they were using stone, or where was the stone from? A different area? Did they like transport that from Númenor? So. Obviously, Númenor was probably not around at the time, but
yeah, I doubt it's from Númenor. I don't know actually what the stone is. I'd like to look into.
It couldn't be like farming stone, but like we've got good stone that we're farming now in this land, and we'll use this stone for building the strongest materials. Yeah, unless they just treated the stone with some sort of like, right, we're gonna get a big, slab of stone and then pour oil over it and, light it on fire and do something different, like treating process things, and maybe twinkle a bit of like salt on top of it and see if that does the job.
Well, I think it was a combination of the actual stone itself and the like skills and techniques they used to actually like make it into a wall or make it into Orthanc Tower. So I'm not really sure, but I'm guessing that the fact that they built the Tower of Orthanc, but the fact that they only use it on the outer wall, they mustn't have had too much of it. And I highly doubt they brought it over from Numenor. But wherever they sourced this rock, they had to use it sparingly. So they thought the outer gate would have been the outer wall would have been the most important one. So there you go. But I don't really know.
That's class. That's cool.
It is, it is cool, and you can see lots of like old school artists. Well, not only old school artists, but a lot of like older depictions of Minas Tirith does have that, maybe not completely jet black, but like very dark outer city wall, and it's strikingly different to the rest of the White City. So, yeah, it's worth having a look. Indeed.
And also it just looks cool as well. So
yeah,
good 10 points to Johnny for saying why did they do this. Because it looks cool.
It does look cool. Maybe they just we ran out of rock and we can't build the rest of the city in this cool black. So
yeah, to be fair, the actual view or the actual look of Orthanc in the Peter Jackson movies is so cool. I love just I don't know, the facade of the building just looks incredible. It just looks like, I don't know, it's almost like soundproofing or something like that. It just feels like if you just touch the wall, it's kind of got this kind of soft sort of, I don't even know, silky sort of feel to it. I don't know. I just want to give that tower a hug.
It doesn't really look like stone. It kind of just looks like, I don't know, like plasticky metal or something. But
again, I also think like, I feel like if I rub my hand against the edge of it, like my hand would be wet for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I get that feeling like it's got like wet stone.
It's probably made by the same product that Grima puts in his hair. And it's just like all greasy and rank and wet.
You want oily hair? I've got the shit for you.